Welcome to our fourth episode. Yes, this is Ford. Last time I messed up. I put Ford by accident. Sorry about that, guys.
This is
Um,
four.
I'm your I'm your host for tonight, Trey. It's my other host, Jaden.
How's it
Nick is
going?
out. Um, do some stuff for church. So Nick, we miss you, man. We miss you.
Yep.
We had lost it with the Cowboys, but okay. So we're gonna straight deep into it. Yesterday had some sad news in the sports world. um, two athletes, legends passed away. Dikembe Mutombo and Pete Rose. One had brain cancer, one died. I don't know how he died, Pete Rose, but Kenny, shout out to Kenny. He had a kind of rough day this morning. I don't know if you listened to it, Jaden, but he was kind of emotional
Yeah.
for like a 45 minutes straight. And I understand that feeling with when Kobe Bryant died. It hurts you a lot. So Jaden, just what's your thoughts on Pete Rose and Dikembe dying? Like what? How would you remember them as?
I mean, man, these both of you guys are legends to the game. I mean, to their respected games, but or sports. But I mean, they both. I mean, Pete Rose. I mean, he was he played good. I mean, he was a great player. And for him to see someone like him die, I mean, he lived a decently good life though. I mean, he was 83 years old, so
Yeah,
um, and then man, cancer is a crazy thing. It's honestly, I feel for anybody who's going through cancer. Honestly, it's nothing that you can control. You can't you can't choose whether you want to get it or not. It just kind of happens. But
yeah,
that's just a it's a rough way to go, and I really I feel for his family and everybody else. But
yeah, for sure.
what do you? How about you? How do you feel about the whole both of them?
Well, the Kimbe, that guy was he's healthy and strong, and cancer sucks, man. I
Mm-hmm.
know recently I had a family friend who passed away from cancer, and crazy thing is, 2 years ago I saw this person for my graduation. She gave me some present. She was fine, healthy. 2 years later, I saw her on her deathbed, and Kenny always told me you'll get one chance in life. Take the full take the full advantage of it. Don't mess up, and always, no matter what, don't be negative. Think about the positive. And with Pete Rose, I know people are kind of bashing him a little bit because of what he did, betting on his teams
Yeah.
as a manager. But man, I think he's probably one of top five greatest baseball players of all time in my
He was
book.
good. He was really good.
Yeah, he was really good. Like, I mean, I didn't grow up in that era, but I've seen some games of Pete Rose, and he was amazing. Like that guy was head first
Yeah.
to slide in. It was crazy, man. Um, it's crazy he's not in the Hall of Fame because he has his jerseys in the Hall of Fame and his shoes. It's
Yeah.
weird and it's bad too. But Kenny, shout out to you, man. I know you're hurting about that because he actually was on AO6 Sports Radio with Kenny, Dusty, and the old host too. I don't never heard, no, I don't know who he is, so I don't know his name.
Uh huh.
But athletes, man, we don't know them, but they're part of us sometimes, because you grew up watching them, you grew up wanting to beat them in the backyard. So
Yeah.
my question to you, Jaden, is who were you in the backyard growing up? Who would you want to be as an athlete?
Mm. That's a good question, honestly. You know, growing up, you know, and looking at sports and watching sports, I was really big into just um, watching wise. I was really big into, you know, basketball and football, but I mean, there's a few people I could throw out there, but um, like on the football side of things, like people like, um, you know, I used to watch Peyton Manning on the Broncos, and when he won the Super Bowl, and I was like, man, I was like, I was, He's someone that you could say I just kind of looked at growing up
Yeah.
for football, um, and then for basketball. I mean, you have people like Kobe and LeBron. And, I know Kobe was a little like he was at the end of his career when I was younger, but um, people like him and I knew a little bit about Jordan and I think just growing up it wasn't necessarily the way they played the game. I just think it was I wanted them. The biggest thing that I wanted was the mindsets that they had because
Yeah.
you know all of those guys they had the mindset of they want to win and they had a mindset that they're going to do what it takes to win and they're going to push through a lot of the mistakes and the pain and they're going to do what it takes to see it through to the end. So I think that's what it was for me. But what about you?
Man, for me, it's tough too, because I'm a big football and basketball guy and golf guy too. I mean, obviously, in golf, people want to be like Tiger Woods, especially when me and you play.
Yeah,
When I did that little swing around hook fadeaway, man,
yeah.
it hit the tree.
We don't
It
talk
almost
about
killed
that.
me. Man, it almost killed me, man. That was hilarious, man. I tried because Tiger. I don't know how Tiger did that,
Yeah,
but even his twirl, you know, that was one for me for sure.
yeah, for sure.
And basketball was Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe. I love all of them three the same.
Hmm.
Those three to me are my favorite players of all time in basketball. Football for me was Tom Brady.
Yeah,
I'm a Cowboys fan, but I never saw him win in my lifetime. So I don't know how it feels really to see them win. So I rooted for Tom Brady a lot. And not only that, I think one sport too that um probably boxing too. I want to be like Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad
yeah,
Ali.
for sure.
Yeah, it's just crazy how they die. Because that's one thing we ask people when we interview someone on 806 Sports Radio. Who were you in the backyard?
Hmm.
Well, Kenny was always Pete Rose and Terry Bradshaw.
Hmm.
Megan was always Cheryl Swoops. Logan was always Troy Aikman. Judge Phil was always Mickey Mantle. And because that's they're a part of us.
Yeah,
Even though we don't know them, but at the end of the day, they're part of us. We watch them.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
even now in sports broadcasting, people want to be like Stephen A, like Skip Bayless, like Shannon Sharp, like Howard Cosell. Those people. But yeah, Dikembe, Pete Rose, rest in peace.
For sure.
Y'all were ambassadors of the game. Crazy about Dikembe was he's one of the first players to come out internationalized from to the NBA.
Wow.
Yeah, he was. He was one of the first players to ever do it. Him and Bull.
Wow.
But yeah, and I would never get man when Jordan walked the finger back at him,
Yeah.
dunked on him. He walked the finger at him because Dikembe said, "Oh, you can never dunk on me."
Uh huh.
Jordan did that to you. He
Yeah.
did. He did in the playoffs. But Dikembe, Pete Rose, rest in peace, guys. Now we transition to football. Um, we're gonna go Thursday night football first. That was the first game of the week. We had the Cowboys versus the Giants.
Hmm.
Obviously, the Cowboys won. A fake win. To me, it was fake. I don't know about you, Jaden, but what's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on the game? What do you think the Cowboys?
Oh, you know, the in the beginning, I was like, man, the Cowboys still don't know how to stop the run,
Yeah,
and I was like, that's gonna be their downfall. They're gonna lose this game because of that.
yeah, for sure.
And um, I forgot who they interviewed um, in one of the interviews that they did during the game, but they asked them what they've been doing to be able to stop the run, because I guess everybody's been noticing it, but
Yeah,
I guess that they were just saying that they noticed that it's something that they needed to work on, and towards the end of the game they actually had some really good stops on the run. um, they still have a lot of work to do on it, but they actually were getting some decent stops on the run finally. Um, I don't know. It was definitely a weird game because I mean the Cowboys have always beat the Giants though,
Yeah,
so it's just I think it's just another one of those things with one of these games where it's just like we're just gonna do what we always do and beat the Giants. And
yeah.
um, not to say that the Giants didn't necessarily play horrible either, but um, I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you think it's? Why are you saying it's a fake game or
A fake win.
yeah, fake win?
I mean, man, the Giants almost won the game.
Yeah,
They almost won the
close.
game. Check this stat out, Jaden. An average opponent rush against the Cowboys is 127 yards.
Okay.
That's a lot of yards. The Cowboys average 85 yards in rushing.
Mm-hmm.
That is not good at all.
No.
CD, Rico Dawdu, I don't know what's his name. He had 46 yards. CD had 8 yards. Zeke had 19 yards. That is not good offense. It's not. And Dak
Mm-mm.
Prescott, Jay, he brought this up the first couple of 3 episodes. He does not look the same at all.
No,
He
not at
don't.
all. I don't know
Last
what's
year,
wrong with them.
I don't know either. Last year, he had 32 touchdowns. That was arguably his best season last year since his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
And he still was lost to the Giants.
Yeah.
And not only that, third passing defense was terrible too.
Oh yeah.
On Thursday night, I was disappointed by it. I'm telling you what, that division is wide open.
Yeah.
I think it's wide open. We're like 2-2, so I mean, I'm surprised Eagles are 1-2 right now, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But so Jay, but I don't know. I don't think we'll win the division. I don't think we will.
I think, like I said, I think this is just one of those games where it's like we're the Cowboys, and we always beat the Giants somehow.
Yeah, somehow, man. I don't know how we do it.
And there was not a good rushing game for either team. Um, they, I mean, let's see here. The Cowboys had a total of, let's see,
I know Dak had negative
like,
one.
yeah. So yeah, so the Cowboys actually did a little better rushing than the Giants did.
Yeah,
The Giants had 26 36 yards rushing.
and Cowboys had 77 yards.
Yeah.
But still, I still to me it was still a fake win. We almost lost the game.
Yeah.
If Daniel Jones is not on a throw that cornerback, they're winning that game.
Yeah.
But he only threw him, and then that one pick six happened.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there.
And I mean, Micah Parsons actually look like Micah Parsons does. Looks like
Yeah. He
yeah, they
actually
look really good.
he actually looked good during the game.
But yeah, so my question to you is since DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah are kind of on the IR, where do you see this team next Sunday against the Steelers?
I don't know. I mean, without Micah Parsons, who we know can be really good on defense, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Cowboys with Micah Parsons haven't been doing good. So
Yeah,
I don't know what that. I don't know. I think all it does is hurts the Cowboys even more. Um, I like you said. I don't think they're gonna win the division.
no,
I
you're not.
if they keep this the way that they're playing, I'd be shocked if they win the or make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it happening. And I watched Derrick Henry on Sunday night against the Bills. Obviously, I'm like, man, he could have been a Cowboy.
Yeah.
Could have been. And then Micah Parsons, once I can tell Micah Parsons does not want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know. He just doesn't look the same no more. Like people are trying to call this guy Lawrence Taylor. In my
Yeah.
opinion, LT is the greatest defensive player of all time in the history of the NFL. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons did not show up to that LT standard at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm worried about the Cowboys, man. I really am. I mean,
Yeah. I
I really am worried.
like like Nick says, it's almost time to hit the panic button on them.
Yeah. And we gotta hear Stephen A. Smith saying it's an accident waiting to happen. And they are accident waiting to happen. They really are.
Absolutely.
And but we're done with the Cowboys talk. The game we're gonna talk about is the Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Um, Nick, Jaden, where do you see Philadelphia ending up in the division? Do you think Nick Sirianni's on the jobs on the line?
Ooh, I don't know. Um, I don't know if this was just the Buccaneers look good. I mean, the Buccaneers are 3-1, but um, I don't know. Uh, Jalen Hurts only threw 158 yards.
Man, bro, that's terrible.
Yeah, and he went 18 for 30.
Man, that is not good.
So, I mean, I don't know if I mean they didn't even put up any rushing yards really either. I mean, they put up some decent rushing yards. Saquon looked good.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, without him, they only have 29 rushing yards.
yeah, I agree. I think that with the Eagles, people were questioning last year, 2 years ago, for the Super Bowl, and that was just a caveat to Jalen Hurts and the Knicks Sirianni.
Yeah.
And last year they had biggest collapse ever. I think Saquon Barkley's the best player on the field. I
Mm-hmm.
know AJ Brown's hurt, so is Devontae Smith, but I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to see. I mean, people thought this team was going to win the division. People thought that.
Yeah.
I didn't think that. I kind of did think that because the Cowboys are Cowboys. They can't do jack in the offseason.
Yeah.
But with Jalen Hurts, he had one touchdown, 158 yards. That's terrible.
Yeah. And
That is
six
not good at
sacks.
all.
He got sacked 6 times.
And that's supposed to have the best online in football.
Not
I
with
think
those
he's
numbers.
nah, not those numbers at all. Justin Kelsey was the best lineman on that team before he retired.
Yeah.
But since he left, they've been terrible on the O line. Baker Mayfield look like Tom Brady, man. I mean, you can see Tom Brady there. Like, man, is that me? Is
Yeah.
that Baker Mayfield roboting?
Mm-hmm.
But Baker Mayfield,
347 yards on him, and he went 30 completions for 47 attempts.
man, that is just crazy.
Those are good numbers.
And that really is good numbers. And not only that, their defense too. The Buccaneers defense is really good.
Mm-hmm.
They're really, really good. And I think the Eagles always they can beat the Buccaneers. I don't know why they can't.
Yeah.
Tom Brady beat them in the playoffs 3 years ago. Last year lost the playoffs against them as well. But I'm worried about Nick Sirianni. I think his shop's on the line basically.
Yeah.
I think it is because look at last year. Last year, they had the biggest collapse ever in the history of the NFL. I've seen it in my lifetime actually. Probably worse than LeBron's collapse in 2011 NBA Finals. That's how bad it was. But I think that with their defense, man, then their own line, their jobs on his jobs on the line, big time. But fast forwarding now back to football. We also had the Saints versus the Falcons. Came down to the wire. It was a good game, I think. To me, it was a good game. It was a pretty good game. Where do you see the Falcons ending up in the NFC?
Ooh. Um, the Falcons. Um, I don't know. I think I don't know if this was. I mean, they're looking good too. I think they have a chance to, if they keep up playing, you know, somewhat like this, they have a chance of, I think, making the conference finals. But I don't know if they'll make it all the way. Me personally, I don't think they're gonna make it to the finals.
Yeah,
They have a chance, but I don't. Me personally, I don't see them making it.
yeah,
What about you?
I agree. I think they have a chance to win the NFC South. I think that ride with the Saints is over. They look
Yeah,
terrible. I mean, Alvin Kamara probably was the best player on Sunday afternoon. Um, I think people got to the heart a little bit more hyped up for the Saints than usual, but Saints ain't doing jack now. They finally hit the panic button,
yeah,
and they're known as a fraud.
yeah. They've yeah. The Saints came out strong,
They
but
did.
I don't know what happened to them.
They really did come out strong in the first half of the season, but
Maybe they're maybe they're just one of those teams where when they realize they start doing good, they start panicking a little bit.
That's true. That's true. I agree. Moving on to the Panthers and the Bengals. Finally, Joe Burrow got his first win in the season.
It's about time.
You know what? I'm so disappointed in the Bengals still because 24 points, bro. Really to the Red Rocket, bro. Really,
Yeah, they let him get 24 points.
that is crazy. So, Jaden, do you think Joe Burrow is a fraud?
Man, I don't know. The biggest thing that I always come back to, and when we talk about Joe Burrow every week, is he doesn't look the same that he did last year. Last year he looked really good, and
Yeah,
I know I say it every time we talk about him, but and I don't necessarily want to call him a fraud because you know I know he can play good,
yeah,
and I know that there's that he could put up good numbers. So I don't know. I don't necessarily want to call him a fraud. I just think you know I think he still needs to step it up because they went to the Panthers and but
he almost lost. They were
they
out 14 in the first quarter.
yeah, which is nuts. Uh, But yeah, I don't want to call Joe Burrow a fraud. I don't think I don't think it's right to call him a fraud just yet. Um, I definitely think we need to be hitting the panic button on them a little bit though, because I mean letting the Panth and I know letting the Panthers get 24 points is not a Joe Burrow thing, but that's a Bengals thing in general.
Yeah,
Um, you know, so I don't know. I if they keep playing like this, I don't see them going far into the season.
yeah, I agree. The defense too has been playing pretty bad lately.
Yeah.
Because 2 years ago when they went to the championship game against the Rams in the Super Bowl,
Hmm.
they had good numbers. The defense was really elite and strong. They did 4-man blitz,
Yeah.
4-man rush, zone coverage, and man coverage, but cover two a little bit too.
Yeah.
But Joe Burrow's not the same at all. I agree, and I know it's because of the Panthers, but still 2 touchdowns. I
Yeah.
mean, Sam and Andy Dalton almost came up amount of the same stats as he did on Sunday afternoon against the Bengals.
Yeah.
And I love Joe Burrow. I think arguably he's probably one of the top five keepers in college football history. I know 3 years ago was people calling him the Tom Brady of this era, but
Yeah.
he ain't showing that at all this year.
No.
He ain't. I don't know what it has to do with his wrist injury or his calf injury, but he does not do
Yeah.
the same at all. And Jamar Chase finally got his first touchdown. Jamar Chase got his
Yeah.
touchdown.
Yeah. He did. Yeah.
Before he was crying about being underpaid, but you know what?
Yeah.
I don't blame the guy. I would want to go out too because that team is collapsing big time.
Yeah. I know since I've been saying it all the time. That the Bengals, how Joe Burrow doesn't look like he did last year. Just the Bengals don't in general.
No, they don't.
Do you see anything different that they were doing last year that they're not doing this year, or do you think it's just a Joe Burrow thing, or do you think it's just a Bengals thing?
I think it's Joe Burrow thing in the Bengals team because last year before he got hurt,
Mm-hmm.
they were they were playing really good. I mean, yeah, they lost to the Browns in the first game of the season, I believe, but they were playing really good football.
Yeah.
Their defense was on cue. Um, I think I think since Joe Burrow's injury, he's not looked the same at all. And I hate how we're giving him so much what's the word for excuses for him because
Yeah.
this was Mahomes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was already getting blamed for losses already. Mahomes is already,
Mm-hmm.
and he's 4-0 by the way. But this was Mahomes. Okay, we'll be scrutinizing him right now.
Absolutely.
This was Dak Prescott. 2 touchdowns, 24 yards
Yeah.
is not going to do you to win against the Panthers. They almost lost. That team almost lost to the Panthers on Sunday afternoon. It's a Joe Burrow thing and it's a Panthers thing. And I mean the
Yeah.
Bengals thing. What about you? What do you think?
I agree. I mean, I just like you said, we're giving. we're giving Joe Burrow and just the Bengals in general. We're giving the Bengals too much just slack.
Yeah, no.
We're saying, oh, it's okay. Um, we'll get him next week. Well, next week comes and they still do the same thing and they play the same way, and we're still treating him the same way. Um, and I don't know. I don't know why it's like that with Joe Burrow. I don't know if it's just it's Joe Burrow just has this like I don't know. Uh,
I don't have to do
I
it
don't know
if
if he
he's
just has
scared.
this thing where people look at him, he's like, and they're like, "Oh, it's Joe Burrow. He's fine." Like it's almost like they're afraid to say anything bad about Joe Burrow.
They should. I would. And looking at
And
it on ESPN right now, I'll be scrizzling all over the guy.
yeah,
And same with you
so
and same with Nick. But even Nick said it last week that he really is getting a lot of slack,
hmm
and that is not cool
no, not at all.
because he's been playing. He's not playing. He's not playing elite football like he was before.
Mm-mm.
He's playing like Brock Purdy right now. Like
Yeah,
Brock Purdy right now. That's how he's playing like right now. Okay, moving on from the Bengals. I'm talking about Joe Burrow.
yeah, same.
To the Rams and the Bears. Finally, this was probably Caleb Williams' best game so far, and as a Chicago Bear. He looked really good
hmm
on Sunday, even though I had one touchdown. But what's your thoughts on this game?
You know, like we've been saying, Caleb Williams looks more comfortable every single game,
Yeah,
and he looked really good this game. I mean, it was not. Well, I say really good, but for what he's been doing, he's looking a lot better.
yeah,
I think he's starting to feel a little more settled in, and kind of getting more comfortable to being in the NFL and playing against people in the NFL. Um, I mean he didn't do great necessarily. He got 157 yards but he 17 completions for 23 attempts, so that's not terrible. Um,
yeah.
but I think um, this is just what we're saying is like we're not necessarily hitting the panic button on Caleb Williams, but um, he's just slowly progressing through each game, and I think we saw that in this last game.
I agree. Caleb Williams he's playing a lot better than he is the first 2 weeks. I know that he's a rookie, but you know what? Give him. I know he's not a buzz, so I don't want to say he's a buzz at all.
Yeah.
He's actually better than Bryce Young, in my opinion, as a raw talent wise and work ethic.
Mhm.
Um, defense looks a lot. The defense is a little shaky a little bit. I will admit. They're
Yeah.
giving up 16 sacks. They're giving up 10 sacks already to the team. Their O line is not that good at all.
Yeah.
It's not good at all. And but overall, they're looking a lot better than they did before.
Absolutely.
DeAndre Swift and that running back he's really good.
Yeah.
He
He's
had
looking.
one touchdown, 93 yards, 16 carries. Man, that's crazy. Moving on the next opponent, the Rams though.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford, zero touchdowns and one interception. Are the Rams in trouble?
You know, I don't know. I mean, they're they've only won one game this season,
Yeah,
and you know we've seen the Rams look and play really good,
yeah,
and so I don't know. I mean, for someone to lose, I'm not calling the Bears bad because they're not bad, but you know, if we're looking at quarterback wise, Matthew uh, Stafford, he outperformed Caleb Williams and
yeah,
still lost.
yeah. I don't know, man.
So I don't know. I think it's time to um, really look to see. I think the Rams really need to look and see what's wrong and what they're doing wrong. That's not working for them because they got to figure it out if they want any chance this season.
Yeah, I think Puka and Cooper Cup being hurt has a lot to do with it.
Absolutely, I agree with
I
that.
think it does that a lot. I think the injury bug's hitting them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think our defense too, without Aaron Donald, they don't look the same at all defensive side either.
Mm-mm.
I know that's the beginning of the season, but Matthew Stafford has to pick it up a little bit. People saying this guy might retire beginning of the season, that he should retire probably because the way he played last year. But I think they still have a chance. I think they have a chance still to win their division, but it depends on the health of their team
Yeah,
and defense
they
too.
yeah losing two of their really good receivers.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
That hurt them a lot because they look in that first game before they started losing people. I mean, they were looking good.
Yeah, they were. They really were looking good. And I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Um. I just, I really want them to do good, but I think, like you said, the injury bug is going to hurt them.
Yeah,
I hope they don't lose anybody else throughout the season because then they'll it's really going to hurt them.
yeah, I agree. We'll see, man. I think they have a slight chance probably since the Niners are kind of injury too.
Yeah.
But I they need to pick it up big time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cooper Cup and Puka Nicole need to come back as soon as possible.
Yeah. Whatever
Y-
whatever they need to do to get
Yeah.
them back.
Yeah. Back to the Bucks and games real quick. I forgot to mention the last topic. So Tom Brady and Baker Mayfield went at each other on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield on a podcast saying, let me see if I can find a quote real quick, that Brady was a high strung was like a basically like a jerk a little bit, and saying that he needs to not have so many. It was so seriously that he feels like that. I don't know how to say it. Let me find a quote real quick. Let me see if I can find. Okay, he said this. This is what he said. He did it his own way, and that's why he has 7 wins. No much else needed. Before that, he basically said he felt like the Buccaneers were a little bit more on the stricter side of the game because they feel like it wasn't too fun.
Mm.
People thought they were terrible last year and ended up winning, going to the divisional round in the playoffs
Yeah.
against the Lions, and unfortunately lost. And Tom Brady said, "You know what? I'm trying to do my job. Trying to. I think it's so stressful that he doesn't have any Super Bowl rings. That's what mattered to me, is
Yeah.
winning championship rings." So, Jaden, do you think Baker Mayfield at Mice is a little too soft?
You know, maybe a little bit. Um, a lot of this like banter and these comments and quotes, not a lot of them are necessarily like actually intended to be serious.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that this one was or wasn't, but you know, for a lot of people come out and just they talk just to talk basically, and for something like that to kind of get to him, I think I don't want to say it makes him soft, but for it to get to him, well, I guess I would have said it kind of makes him soft, but I don't think he's necessarily soft as a player, but personality wise, I don't think he should let the comments from other people get to him. I know it came from you know someone really respectable, so I don't know.
yeah. I think he's a little soft a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, that kind of attitude, and he's on Buccaneers team.
yeah,
Um, what he said about Tom Brady saying that he's not too fun, the environment's kind of like all strict and all that stuff. When he went to his sixth-time NBA NFL championship with Belichick as the coach,
mm-hmm.
Bill was on you. He was hard on you. He wanted to chew you up and spit you out.
Yeah,
I mean, I've heard Chad Johnson say it's almost like military camp
mm-hmm.
because you're going through already a lot with Bill, and that's why he won so much because of Bill Belichick's success.
Yeah,
And not only that, that attitude when he said to Brady, that's why he's not great at all.
yeah.
I mean, if I came on the air, Jaden, and I'm not prepared, and I say that stuff, if I say, "Oh, well, blah 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 blah," that I can't really. It's stressful for me that I can't be great at what I
Yeah.
do. How would you feel about that?
I mean, I just, it's a different look when someone, puts the blame on other people and doesn't, take it for themselves, even if it's not necessarily their fault.
Yeah,
Um, for someone to go and, put blame elsewhere and on other things instead of just owning up to it. And because honestly, it makes you look like a bigger person to just own up to it, even if, necessarily you didn't do anything wrong.
yeah,
And I'm not saying that he's not doing anything wrong, but, for anybody, if you're gonna go out there and you're gonna put the blame elsewhere, it doesn't really make you look like, that big of a person. So, if like you said, if you were to come on here, I mean, and do that, it doesn't make you look like that big of a person.
no, I don't. Trying to find exact quote what he said because I kind of know what he said. So give me a moment real quick. But I agree with you, man. I think that with that attitude sucks, man. I mean, I wouldn't want to have a team like that on my team at all.
Yeah, especially to talk like you know someone like Tom Brady, talk about him like that. It's
Yeah. So this is what Baker Mayfield said. They wanted me to go in, be myself and enjoy the football. Um, for guys who weren't are not having fun, who weren't having fun at all during Tom Brady's experience. And Tom Brady basically said, "Well, it's stressful that he doesn't have any rings. That stresses me out the most because he wants to win."
mm-hmm.
So for him to say that, oh, have some people were having fun with Tom Brady, that's why has 7 rings. I mean, you hear Kobe Bryant say all the time that attitude. I mean, Kobe Bryant wouldn't pass you the ball at all
Yeah,
because he felt like he didn't work hard enough to earn it.
mm-hmm.
And I talk to people in the media business as well, like with Kenny, with Maxim Clint, and Riley Robinson, Preston Moore, Max Preston. Like they sacrifices to become great
Mm-hmm.
because that they have Tom Brady's mindset.
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield's a soft mindset. People that weren't having fun, well, bro, Tom Brady won 7 rings. If you want to have fun, go to Disney World to have fun, then, bro.
yeah,
Don't play football on Sunday mornings, afternoon at all.
right,
So why even put that out there like that, Baker? Because that at the end of the day, Baker, Jaden, in order for you to become great, you have to sacrifice and ruin to be part of being great.
right.
So that's how I see it. Tom Brady, good job firing back on Baker Mayfield. A little bit of beef, a little bit. But that was kind of funny. Sit down here though on Fox, so that was funny.
Yeah,
Moving back to the football segment, we had the Vikings versus the Packers. Man,
this is
Vikings
a.
are 4-0. Jordan Love's first game back after being hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jenny, what's your thoughts on this game? Is Sam Darnold the MVP right now?
Man, he's he's been probably one of the most consistent people this season.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
really has.
every game he puts up roughly the same numbers,
Yeah,
and the Packers. I mean, they almost won.
they did. Yeah,
It was a close game, and Jordan Love did. I mean, Jordan Love played good too. He 389 yards, 4 touchdowns.
yeah, that's really good football.
Like that's really good. Um, so this also could have, I think, had. I mean, it was literally a field goal difference,
Yeah, true.
and so like it was a close game all around. But I mean, man, Sam Darnold has just been really good this season. I mean, Um, I think you could put him in talks for the MVP. I also think there's other people that could be up there with him. Um, but I mean, the the Vikings are looking really good this season.
Yeah, I agree. I think I agree. I will admit when JJ McCarthy got hurt, I thought it was over for the Vikings big time because last year they were good, but then he got hurt. Kirk Cousins got hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and but I'm really surprised about this team. I really
Yeah.
am surprised. I mean, Jordan. I mean, there's your stats. Look at this. So far, they've converted 75 first downs completions.
Mm-hmm.
Third down conversions are 20 and 46. Offensive yards are 1,363 offensive yards in total.
Wow.
495 rushing yards. 932 passing yards.
Wow.
Sacks 11. Yeah, 14 touchdowns in the beginning of this 4 weeks in the NFL. Turnover ratio is 3. So arguably right now, I mean Stephen A. Smith has number one in his top 5 ranking in football right now. I
Mm-hmm.
agree with him right now. And actually, I have him too. I think Chitcher's still better than the Vikings.
Yeah.
Um, but Sam Darnold probably resurrected his career.
Yeah.
I mean, same with Justin Jefferson. He went it out last year after in the offseason. He went it out of Minnesota,
Yeah.
and he's been playing. He might be the best receiver right now in football.
Yeah.
I,
He went 85 yards for 6 receptions.
man, that guy's a baller. Even Aaron Jones, part of the deep of the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's over. It's already over for that division. I will admit I'm shocked that they're 4-0,
Yeah.
but I'm very impressed by it.
Yeah.
Really
I
impressed.
I definitely did not have. I mean, I had them doing decent this season, but I did not have them coming out and starting out 4-0. So
Do
I
you think
just
they go ahead?
got. I was gonna say I hope they can keep this up. Um, you know,
Yeah,
I just hope they're not being delayed as much as they or delayed longer than the Saints were.
yeah,
Speaking because the Saints looked really good this year,
yeah.
and now they're starting to fall apart a little bit. So I just hope the Vikings can keep this up and they don't fall apart at all.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I had them winning 5 games
Hmm.
this year, and now they really have. They won 4-0, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Moving on to the other side of football, Jordan Love's first game back after being that horrific injury in the first game of the season in Brazil. So, is there a concern for Jordan Love coming back too early? Because or no?
I mean, look at his numbers.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think I'd be concerned about that. I think that if he were to come back and he put bad numbers up and it showed because of his injury, I think so. I think it's something definitely to monitor.
yeah,
Um, I don't think because he could have came back for one good game and his injury could still be messing with him throughout the rest of the season. But I think from what we saw, I don't think it was too early for him. I think he came back, in a decent amount of time. So I hope he can keep up with it and that his injury doesn't get to him.
yeah. He had 34. He had 34 fantasy points. So shout out to those that have him as a quarterback right
Yeah,
now. I dropped him because I thought he'd be out for a whole season. I might get him back. Not gonna lie, because that guy has balled out. His
yeah,
first game back
absolutely.
after being hurt. I think the Packers. So, do you think the Packers are still considered to the NFC?
Mm, maybe. Um, I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you anymore because we didn't have the Vikings playing any good this season
Yeah,
when we first started talking about them, and look at them now. So I think they have I think they have a good shot, and I think they have a shot. Especially if Jordan Love can keep pulling numbers like this.
yeah. It's crazy, man. I don't know how. I don't even know how to. I don't even know how he did it after that
Yeah,
horrific injury he had.
yeah,
I think they're contenders still in the NFC. I know he's learning still. His first year starting as a QB.
uh huh,
Second year actually, my bad. Second year starting as a QB. And yeah, I tell you what, I'm not saying it's Aaron Rodgers, but he's looking like Aaron Rodgers from the old.
yeah,
He might be the new Batman in town.
yeah,
Moving on to the next game, we had the Commanders versus the Cardinals. This was a good game. I will admit.
yeah.
I watched this game. It's Jaden Daniels right now the rookie of the year.
He's looking like it.
Yeah,
I, I mean, you know, um, he's. I mean, as a quarterback, you know, man, I don't know. He's another person who's been consistent too.
yeah,
He's had his moments, but I mean, I think he's got a very high spot for rookie of the year.
yeah. I think that last week's win against the Bengals put up the momentum, man.
Yeah.
He's looking like RG3 in his prime
Hmm.
before he got hurt. But I agree with you. Right now, I have a rookie of the year. Do you think they can actually win the NFC East?
Um, I think they can make it to the finals for sure. Um, I think they have a shot at winning. I mean, they're 3-1 right now, so they're looking good.
Yeah, I haven't
Uh,
won in the NFC East. The
yeah,
Cowboys, they're a fraud. So is the Eagles.
yeah,
Giants are the Giants, man. Who cares about them? They're just like, and Matt can be out there being QB right now.
yeah,
So can you? I mean, Madeline can be out there being playing QB
yeah,
because that's how bad that quarterback. That's how bad it is, man.
yeah,
In Giants,
yeah,
but good overall game for the Commanders.
yeah. What did you think about these Cardinals, bro?
Man, he looked good in the beginning of it, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Kyler Murray now.
1-3 for the season.
Man, I thought it would be scary too with Marvin Harrison Jr. and that receiver core and
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray, but no, that ain't the case this year. Right
Yeah,
now, I don't know. I think Kyler Murray might be the bust.
yeah. Do you
He
think
might
they
be a
have?
bust, man. He might be.
Do you think they have any chance of making a comeback from where they're at right now?
No, not at all. It's so terrible to see it, but man, it's just bad. I
Yeah,
don't know how you do it.
yeah. I don't think they can bounce back from this. Um, they haven't been doing anything, to even look close to winning. I mean, they got blown out again.
Man, I had a chance with them beating the Rams, but I've
Yeah,
kind of lost hope a little bit for the Cardinals.
yeah, me
And I
too.
love Marvin Harrison Jr. though. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a baller, but I don't know, man. It's just kind of sad to see this guy not doing anything like he did before.
Yeah.
So moving on to Sunday Night Football, we had no before Sunday Night Football. My bad. We had the Ravens, not the Ravens, the England Patriots. The Pats versus the Niners. Uh, Niners ended up winning this game,
Mhm.
30-13. Brock Purdy had one touchdown, one interception, and 288 yards. Are the Niners in trouble? Are the Niners looking a little bit more dominant now since it's kind of 4 games left, 4 games in the season?
I don't know because you know they played against the Patriots who are 1-3. So
Yeah,
I I want them. I want to see them do good against a good team.
yeah,
Um, not saying that the Patriots aren't necessarily good, but um, I mean the Patriots are 1-3, and I mean the Brock Purdy looked better, obviously. Um,
yeah,
this is one of his better games for the season. Um, I want to see him do good against a better team, and I think they he has a chance to bounce back and really I hope he uses a game like this as fuel and motivation to keep going and start playing like this again because he did it last year and he made it to the Super Bowl. So
yeah. I don't think it's looking good at all. I really don't think it's looking good.
yeah,
I think it's a little bit more shaken up than usual.
yeah,
I think CMC being hurt has a lot to do with it.
mm-hmm.
The CMC had that he can give it to CMC and basically bail him out a little bit.
Yeah,
Kind of like a rescue boat. He's a
yeah,
rescue boat for escaping for Brock Purdy. And Brandon Ayuk can look in the same either. That I mean, last
no,
year I mean, look at this guy, man. This guy had 48 yards, 0 TDs, and 2 receptions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's going on here, Brandon Ayuk, Jaden?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, um, 5 targets and 2 receptions. I mean, you know, um, which that's not terrible necessarily because 2 yards he got and two carries he got 48 yards. But I don't know. Um, he still he still doesn't look as good as he has.
Yeah,
Um, I don't. I mean it still doesn't look good because he was targeted 5 times and only caught it 2 times. So
yeah, I agree, man. I think Juan Jones right now might be the best receiver in the Niners team right now. Him
hmm
and Kittle.
yeah,
But I'm kind of worried about the Niners a little bit too. I really am worried about them. I don't know how to do. With CMC being hurt,
yeah,
Trent Williams ain't looking the same either. Trent Williams looking like an old blob still. He didn't look the same at all last year, like he did last year. You know?
yeah. It's almost like they were so used to relying on CMC,
Yeah,
and now that they can't, then they're actually like you know having to actually play like a little harder. Um, I think that maybe what's messing with them. I think that if he were to come back, that they would look a little better because, like you said, CMC was a bailout. Like
yeah, he was.
worst case scenario, you could throw it to him and he'd be there.
Take it to the
And
house.
yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if they're just shooken up because they don't have that as their crutch.
Yeah,
Um, but I don't know.
yeah. It's not good at all for the Niners at all. Ain't good. I'm moving on to the next game. We had the Chargers versus the Chiefs. Chiefs win this game. Close
Mm-hmm.
game. Really close game, big time. Patrick Mahomes getting better by the moment. I know he had 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Other- And Rasheed Rice got hurt, obviously.
By his
What?
own
What
quarterback.
yeah, by his QB, man. I was like, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
But so Jaden is Rasheed Rice gonna hurt their chance of repeating?
I don't know. I was definitely worried because I mean they're out. Um, they're out Pacheco. I mean, they're catching the injury bug too.
Yeah,
Um, but I was scared, especially after that entire play, because Mahomes threw a pick, and
yeah,
then
man.
Mahomes went and injured his teammate. So, um, that whole play right there was just a big mess for the Chiefs. Um, and I was honestly at the beginning of that game, I was worried. I was like, are the I thought the Chiefs were honestly going to lose this game when I was watching it from the beginning.
Yeah, I did too.
And and after halftime, they came back and they played a decent game. So um, I don't think it's definitely going to hurt them. I don't think it'll hurt them enough to ruin their chances of three-peat, but I don't know. This injury bug's kind of catching them a little too hard.
Yeah. I mean, Kareem Hunt looked really good on Sunday against the Chargers. Kareem Hunt did.
Hmm
I agree with you a little bit. I disagree with you the part where he can. I don't think. I think where Amchef reported that they could get Amari Cooper, Devontae
Okay.
Adams, or D Hop.
Uh huh.
So if you could get them with Mahomes, it's
Yeah.
over.
I
I
didn't.
think. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I didn't know about that. Yeah. No. If they get any of those, they're back in it for sure,
Yeah,
without question.
yeah, and I told Nick and you that on Snapchat that Mahomes needs to play a little bit more hero football like he did before.
Hmm
Micro football, but he's a little bit too conservative, too
Yeah.
nervous a little bit still. I don't know why.
He's not running as much as he used to.
No, he's not. He used to be looking like Curry, bro, shooting the
Hmm
basket and
Yeah.
3 point shots. Now
Yeah.
he's not like he ain't doing that no more. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think he needs, in my opinion, he should play a little bit of backyard football to win
Yeah.
games. Because he
I.
ain't. I mean, I know he's trying to be a pocket guy. I get that, but He needs to play a little bit backyard football, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I mean, I think it helps to have you know, um, Xavier Worthy with them though.
Dude, that was a crazy 54-yard
Um,
dunk bomb, man. That was
hmm
crazy.
And not only that, Travis Kelsey actually picked his game up a little bit.
He did.
He looked a lot better this game.
I was worried
Um,
about the guy.
yeah, me too. He actually had a decent game. He was scaring me for a little bit because him and Mahomes, they just have like a sync,
Yeah.
and they have a good connection. And I think if they can rely more on Kelsey, a little more, and look at this, and him play like he did, then yeah, I think they still have a good chance. I'm not worried about them yet.
Neither am I. I think their defense was a lot better too than they did last year.
Yeah.
I know your defense is pretty good. I
Mhm.
mean, kind of like I said, what I said last week about the Chiefs and Patriots
Yeah.
comparison a little bit. When Tom Brady played bad, what happened? They beat him out.
Yeah.
And thank God
Yeah.
they have Chris Jones on that team because, man, that he might be a top 2 or 1 defensive player candidate right now.
Yeah. And like I keep saying, the Chiefs just know how to win.
They do. They really, really do. Moving on to the next game, we got the two. No, my bad. Sunday night football game. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Bills. Ravens win this game, 35-10. Lamar Jackson had let's see, he had 2 touchdowns, 156 yards, and 13 of 18 completions.
Mhm.
So there are the Ravens back.
Um, I mean, I think after this game, I think it definitely shows that they can come back. I
Yeah,
think they're back in it. Um, Lamar Jackson played good too.
he did play good.
This was one of his better games for sure. Um, I think they're back in it. I think they have a good shot now. I just hope this just wasn't one game that they like. It wasn't just a one game thing where they played good for one game and now they're. I just hope they can keep it up.
Yeah, I think they're back too. I mean, at first I was a little bit more worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson finally relying on Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry, man, that first game to play, he had an 85-yard touchdown, man. He almost had 200 yards and running, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy, big time. Because man, I was a little bit scared for the Ravens
Mm-hmm.
because of the way they looked the past 3 weeks in the NFL. But I'm back on the train now. I think in my, I don't think they're biggest threat to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they are. My bad. I think they are actually.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is solid. They have good receivers core too, and Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry as a tandem. Forget
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving on to the Bill side of the team. Bill side, Josh Allen had a donut. He has 0-0, 180 yards and 16.29 completion rating. So are the Bills in trouble?
I don't think so. I mean, this was one game and they're still 3-1. So,
Yeah,
um, I think I'm not afraid of the Bills yet. I'm not
yeah,
I'm not afraid of them doing bad just yet. I mean, it was one game. People have off games. People have rough games, and there's nothing wrong with that. I, I'm I'm not worried about them just yet.
yeah. I agree with you. I don't think they're in trouble yet. I'll tell you what though, that defense outplayed that. I mean, Josh Allen didn't look a little bit. He didn't look good at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit worried about it. Not a
Hmm.
lot, but just a little bit
Yeah, I get that.
because I thought the Bills were going to win this game.
Hmm.
I thought they were, but it's one game, like I said, one game. Just Cook didn't look that good either.
Yeah.
Usually he has like more than 39 yards, but in touchdown at least 1 or 2 touchdowns. But I agree with you. One game, I agree.
Yeah.
Moving on to the doubleheader of Monday Night Football, we had the what's it called, the Titans versus the Dolphins. Titans win this game. question to you is Tyreek Hill, was that the worst trade ever in the does he regret leaving Mahomes?
I think so. I mean, and you know, I can't put. He was doing good. I think the biggest thing that's struggling with him right now is he doesn't have Tua.
Yeah.
With Tua, he was doing good. Um, but you know, I don't think that for someone like as talented as Tyreek Hill, he needs to go somewhere else. He needs to go somewhere where someone's gonna get him the ball and let him run.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, he's not getting that many targets. Um, but you know, um, I think that he needs. I think he just needs to go somewhere else. I don't know if he regrets going to the Dolphins or not, but um, I think either the Dolphins just need to, get him more in the plays a little more
Yeah.
because it kind of shows because in his last game, um, he had he had some targets, but he dropped the ball a lot. But his targets were so sporadic that he never really got a chance to like heat up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I I think that he has a chance to do good with the Dolphins. I don't think he's gonna win a ring with the Dolphins though.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he regrets it a lot. He has to regret it. I mean, 2 years ago, he said that he's more accurate than Patrick Mahomes.
Hmm.
That's blasphemous take, by the way. He ain't more accurate than Pat Mahomes. He's not.
Yeah.
Um, I think if he, because here's the deal. Right now, I'm number one in football as receiver when he's
Hmm.
fully on his game, fully healthy. Number one.
Yeah.
I mean, they still almost broke Calvin Johnson's passing yards last year.
Hmm.
He almost did, but he got hurt eventually. But you know what? That's football for you. But I think he regrets it a lot because if he was playing with Mahomes right now, when it's all said and done, he might be a top five receiver of all time because of Mahomes.
Yeah.
He might be, but he really wasn't playing that bad. I mean, as a
Hmm.
football decision, he needs to win another ring to prove he's up there with Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Marvin Harrison Jr., Sr., and Calvin Johnson and Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
Right now, he's nowhere close to that level at all.
Mm-mm.
I thought he would be, no matter where he went. That trend is going down for me. I think he regrets it. He has to regret it. He has to regret it.
Yeah. I mean, look how good he did with the Chiefs.
I know him and Mahomes, man, and Travis Kelsey. That was a scary team.
Hmm.
That was really scary. I mean, not only that, outside of Mahomes, He's the most dangerous person in football.
Yeah.
People fear the guy. He put fear in your eyes and your heart because you're like, you know what? I'm gonna play against. I'm gonna cover Tyreek Hill. I'm cooked.
Yeah.
And with Tua, and here's the deal. I think he needs to leave Miami at the trade deadlines coming up because Tua might be retired if he gets his fifth concussion in 5 years.
Hmm.
He might be retired.
Yeah. He said that he wants to come back.
No, he ain't. He ain't gonna come back, bro. He doesn't need to.
Yeah. Man. He said he wants to though. I was reading a thing and he said that his plan is to come back and play.
Oh,
So, but
but I think Tyreek Hill regrets it.
yeah. Do you think that the Chiefs regret trading him?
Oh yeah, you have to regret it. I would.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyreek Hill would have been a top five receiver of all time if he continued to play with Mahomes.
Hmm.
He would have been a top five receiver of all time. He wouldn't have been on a mediocre team because he hasn't won anything with the Dolphins. He ain't won anything with the Dolphins. He ain't.
Mm-mm.
They haven't done anything since Dan Marino was there.
Yeah.
And that was like a long time ago. But Tyreek Hill, go back to KC. Go back to KC, Tyreek Hill,
Yeah.
please.
Or just
Next game,
somewhere.
so yeah, somewhere, man. Get out from that team, man. Tua might not even be fully guaranteed his money on his contract now because he's the way his concussions are.
Hmm.
But anyways, moving on to the next game. We had the Seahawks versus the Lions. Oh man, they dominated this team big time, man. They've
Yeah,
dominated the Seahawks. Jared Goff had 2 touchdowns, 292 yards and passing. 18 completion rating, man. That's
that's
100%.
100%. That's really good.
That is really, really good. That's like, I mean, that is crazy. So are the Lions the team to beat in the NFC?
I, I mean, they. I said this at the beginning. I had the Lions winning.
Winning it all?
Just the conference, but um, but just the division. I don't think they have it going to. I don't know if they'll go to the Super Bowl, but I think that they were my pick.
Yeah,
So they're looking really good. I um, I have no worries about them right now at all. Um,
yeah,
they're looking really good. I mean, they're just blowing through teams left and right.
yeah. I agree. I mean, as I first a little bit nervous about it, the team a little bit,
Hmm.
but I think they found their stride in their pickup.
Yeah,
I think they did. I think I do agree with you. I think right now I probably have Chiefs and Lions in Super Bowl right now because of how dominant that both teams are.
yeah,
And Jared Goff is actually looking like Jared Goff again.
yeah. He is.
I mean, 18 of 18 completion rating. That's pretty. That's 100
Hmm.
QBR. Over 100 QBR actually. But Jameer Gibbs too, man. He actually came back and kind of found his stride and woke up during the game.
Yeah.
But and David Montgomery, that might be the best uh two backs in the league right now.
Hmm.
David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks 3-1. Chinook didn't play that good. He played all right. He played 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And do you think the Seahawks trend is over?
Man, I don't know. It's This was definitely a an interesting game because I mean the Seahawks have been good this year.
Yeah, they have been.
Um, I mean DK Metcalf he's been looking great this year. I mean this is definitely one of the better seasons I've seen from him.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and I don't know. I don't know if this is just another one of those off games for them, or I mean, and I call it an off game. I mean, Geno Smith he almost got 400 yards.
Yeah, that's true. He almost did.
So, um, which I mean, which it doesn't show though because I mean they still lost pretty bad. So,
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I'm not panicking on them yet. That's just another one of those things. I don't know if this is an off game for them. Um, I I hope they don't start going downhill from here.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. We'll take a quick time out. We'll get back at you after this break. Welcome back to our episode. Um, the Playbook Summary Report. I'm Trey for tonight, your host. My other host, Jaden Gurley. Nick is out of town right now in LA. Nick, buddy, we miss you, man. We miss you, Nick. I know you're a Cowboys fan. I know you're kind of like disappointing in them, so we miss you, bro. Um, Moving on to college football now. We have some good games coming up. Good games that happened this past weekend. We want to talk about the Hurricanes versus the Virginia Tech. Miami won this game 34-38 and a wild finish, by the way. A wild finish.
Wild finish.
It was wild. I watched this game and I was like, man, what the heck does happen? Uh, Cam Ward, 4 TDs, 43 yards. Cam Ward also had a TD on a rushing yard too.
Uh-huh.
Is Cam Ward Heisman front runner right now, Jaden?
I think so.
You think so?
I think he's if he's not the front runner, he's I mean he is if he's not the front runner, he's definitely in the running, regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, man, he put on a really good game, and and it shows. I mean, they came out with the win, and um, I don't know. I think he's definitely in the contention for Heisman.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know who's going to the draft. I don't know if he's going to go this year or next year.
Yeah,
I need to look into that a little bit more. I do agree with you. I think second. I think it might be up there with Travis Hunter,
yeah,
with Heisman, and of course you can't ignore Jalen Monroe.
mm-hmm,
But as of right now, it's a tie between Travis Hunter and Cam Ward.
yeah.
Um, because man, I this guy, he's a baller, man. This guy is a baller. Cowboys, go get him, man. Go get him, Cowboys, please.
Yeah, you need him.
Cause that can't doing crap for us now. But man, this guy, he's a baller, man. I love this guy.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
he's a
it was a
baller.
good game
I know that
all
that was a
around.
wild finish, man. That was a wild finish.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think Miami can win the national are they contenders for national championship?
I think so.
I think so.
Especially with Cam Ward, leading them.
Yeah,
I think they have a good shot at it. I would put them.
yeah.
Um, I would have
Like,
put them at least in the championship game. I don't know if they're gonna win or not, but I'd put them, heading that way.
oh yeah, they have them in the championship game, man. Championship game.
I mean, um, I Miami, they're looking really good. I mean, they're 5-0 right now.
Yeah, they are. I know it's different than the NFL, but they're going into playoffs wise.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that this might be the best team since the '01 Hurricanes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they win the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think they will because I don't think Clemson's good. I don't think Stanford's good. I think they're eighth right now in the rankings. So I think right now I probably put them right there with Georgia and Bama and Texas. For
Yeah.
they're right there though. I
Yeah.
mean,
They're all real close.
I never know, man. Just a lot of things happening in football season this year, man. A lot of things are happening.
Yeah.
Um, moving on to the next game, we also had we had Texas Longhorns, the best team right now in the college football right now, beating Mississippi State 5-0, number two in the ranking. Archie Manning had two touchdowns, 26-31 passing completion. That's just the team to beat in college football.
I think so. As of right now, um, I mean, I I don't know you know, what they're putting in their cereal in the morning, but
Yeah, who knows, man?
I don't know what these or what they're feeding these guys, but they're these guys are going off. They're
They
they're going
are.
they're going crazy, and I think as of right now they're the team to beat.
Yeah, I think they're right. I think they're two. You know, you'll see who I'm gonna choose in a bit.
Uh huh.
But I do agree with you. I mean, Archie Manning was a lot good. Quinn Ewers might. I don't know what Q Ewers going to do, man. He might lose his starting position. He might lose it because Archie Manning was looking like Peyton Manning and Eli Manning combined.
Yeah.
He's a Manning too. He's a Manning, so you never know with
Mhm.
that family. They played so dominant, man. I will admit, I need to see a little bit more from Isaiah Bond.
Yeah.
He's been kind of silent recently.
Mhm.
I was a little bit, I'm kind of surprised by that, but I think they have a chance to win the SEC though. I think they will probably be right there with the SEC winning the conference. So we'll see with them. Moving on to the next game, we also have Ohio State for Buckeyes versus Michigan State.
Mm.
Ohio State Buckeyes won this game, 38-7, third in the ranking in the AP in college football standings right now. We also have are this is Ohio State a sleeper team in college football right now?
Mm. I don't know. I don't know if I'd call them a sleeper team. They're 4-0, so
I know no
um,
one's talking about them at all in this, and
yeah.
it's weird.
It is weird. They're 4-0. No one's really talking much about them, but um, I think a lot of people are sleeping on them. Yeah, since they're doing good, and uh, I mean they still have a lot of other teams that are up there with them, like
Yeah,
we just talked about with the Longhorns. I mean,
yeah,
so I mean I mean I think a lot of people are sleeping on them.
yeah. I agree with you. I got them winning the Big Ten. I do got them winning the Big Ten. I don't think Oregon will do it. They ain't gonna win Jack. In my
Yeah.
I think right now, if I put it to national championship game right now, it might be Ohio State
Uh huh.
and then probably Bama
Yeah.
because Ohio State's defense looks really good. I mean, also knowing that the running back too, that guy's a
Yeah.
baller too. What's his name? Quincy Judkins.
Yeah.
He's a baller, man. That guy might be the best running back in football right now. He might be. He's up there with Tosh Brooks and then that guy from Boise State. So Ohio State, watch out. Watch out for that team, guys.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we also have the Texas Tech Red Raiders, man, beating Cincinnati by a field goal.
Yeah. We don't have Nick here to talk about this one.
Nick, the team, man, what happened? They almost lost this game, man. It was a crazy game.
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, I need to see a lot more from the quarterback Morton. I'm kind of disappointed the way he's been playing.
Yeah.
Him and defense too. I'm kind of shocked. I think the window was closing a little bit for Tech.
Yeah.
With Jaden, with Tech, oh, what happened? Jaden left. Jaden lives right now by accident. Speaking of, push Jaden back. There's Jaden.
I have no idea what just happened.
I'm like, oh, there's Jaden. Oh,
I was there and then I wasn't again.
you pick up for guys.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious. So
Uh,
Jaden
yeah.
will Tech win the Big 12.
Ooh. I mean, I think they got a shot. I I mean, they are looking. They were scaring me in the beginning of the season. I was scared. Uh,
Bro, I can't believe you left it. That's hilarious.
but I don't even know what just happened. And I didn't even touch anything. It just happened. But um, I don't know. I mean, they were scaring us in the beginning. Um, their first couple games they had us scared, but I don't know. I think they have a chance of winning the Big 12.
Yeah, I disagree with you because here's why.
Yeah.
Tech, people thought since Texas OU left the Big 12,
Mhm.
they would have a chance to win the Big 12.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they have two good back-to-back games, North Dakota State, and then what's the other team they played? They won.
Um.
Back before that, I forgot the other team.
Yeah.
But here's why I say that. Number one, Morton looks a lot shaky than I thought. Knowing that the defense looks a lot shaky too.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, Tosh Book might be the best player on that team.
He's doing great.
That dude might win Heisman. I
Mhm.
mean, that dude has 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't know. I can see where you're coming from, Jaden, but they look a little shaky, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Cincinnati almost beat this team.
Yeah, I get that.
They gave up 41 unanswered points.
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of closing down. I mean, they keep having a lot of close games. I mean, they're coming out on top still,
Yeah,
but
they are, but man,
like you said, I will agree with you. They do look a little shaky, but um, I don't think that they are necessarily they're in a little trouble, but I don't think they're in a whole lot of trouble right now. I just
yeah,
think I think they just need to pick it up a little bit.
I agree. I agree because man, it's a lot different than it was last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's a lot different than it was last year.
Mhm.
Man, I love Tech, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared for them a little bit.
Yeah.
Nick, sorry, man. I say the truth. Sorry, Nick Rankin. I love you, bro, but I'm sorry. And then we got the probably game of the week,
Wow.
game of the
Yeah.
year. Bama versus Georgia. Bama won this game 41-34. Jalen Monroe had 2 touchdowns, 374 yards, and then also had one on the ground. I think one on the ground. No, he didn't actually. I'm kind of surprised. Oh yeah, he did 2 touchdowns. So in total, 4 touchdowns, 4 TDs in total.
Mm-hmm.
Beck had 3 touchdowns in total as well. So Is Bama going to win the SEC? With are they going to win the SEC right now?
Um, with what they're doing right now, I think so.
I think so.
I think so. I well, I put them. I don't. Well, I don't know for sure. I don't know if I put them winning just yet. They look really good, but I think they have a great shot at winning for sure. They're looking pretty good so far. What about you?
I think they actually will.
Yeah.
I will admit, with Nick Saban leaving, I was a little bit scared because he's Nick Saban,
Yeah.
and then knowing that he lost 34 players to the transfer portal, by the way,
Yeah.
and then there's a 17-year-old kid balling his butt out. What's this kid's name? That's balling. I don't. That guy's 17-year old kid.
I know he's. What's his name?
Kendrick Law, I think. No, not him. Riley Williams. That's who it is. Riley Williams.
Yeah.
That kid is 17 years old, bro, and he's playing like he's 25.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, he's playing against basically against grown men. He's still a kid.
Yeah.
Um, but I will admit, man, I think Georgia is a lot in trouble, man. Georgia's in trouble.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I mean, they were projected to win it all. The odds had them winning it all.
Yeah.
And they ain't shown that at all. And they lose next week, man. It might be a little bit hit the panic button a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cannot lose 2 games. If they had to win, if they had to lose one more game, then that's it.
Yeah.
They can't lose after that. They can't. It ain't like the NFL where you go 4-4, 6-6 and 7, and go to the playoffs. That's not how it works. That's not how it works for college football.
No.
So roll tide, guys. Roll tide. Next game we have
A blow.
Buffalo.
A blowout is what we had.
Yeah, versus UFC, man. So Colorado Buffalo's back.
Man, I don't know. They looked good.
They
I will
did,
say
yeah.
that they looked good for this game. Um, I think that they still have a lot more tougher competition ahead of them.
Yeah,
Um, so I can't really say that they're back yet.
yeah.
Um, if nothing else, I will say that they look good. But I don't know if I can say that they're back just yet.
Yeah, I agree. I think that with the Buffaloes, actually, I do seem a little bit back, but not a lot yet.
Yeah, that's
I
how
mean,
I am.
UFC. I will admit I was surprised that they won this game to UFC, but I will admit they look better than they did last year and in the first 2 games they played too.
Yeah,
But right now, man, Travis Hunter needs to win Heisman. If I would choose a pick right now for Heisman, it'd be Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. Yeah,
That guy is a two-way player. I mean, this guy had 1 TD, and then I mean, not only that, on the other defensive side of the field too, he's a lockdown machine, man.
Mm-hmm.
He had one pick six and one touch and one interception.
Yeah.
Two pick six actually in the game. That guy's a baller, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna want him in the NFL, man. Take him, man. Mahomes will get him.
Yeah.
Dak will get him. Cause that guy's a baller. And the Shador Sanders also Shador Sanders had the game too.
Mm-hmm.
3 TDs, 290 yards, and 28-35 passing completion. So Shador Sanders right now the best QB in college football.
He. I don't know. He's up there.
He's up there, yeah.
Um.
We rank him though.
Um. Overall, for this season, um I probably put him somewhere in the top three.
Top three?
Yeah. I don't have a specific order for him, but I probably put him in the top three.
Okay.
What
For
about
me,
you?
I probably have him two behind Milrow.
Yeah.
No, actually three behind Cam Ward
Hmm.
and Milrow. Because man, Shador Sanders, though, he might win Heisman too, man. Watch out for that guy too in the future.
Absolutely.
Um, Now we talked a little bit of NBA. NBA is coming back. Bronny James media day yesterday. So my question to you is, how big is the story for this for LeBron's career for playing with Bronny?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, there's not a this doesn't happen. I mean,
No,
there's
I don't.
there's people where their dads have played in the NBA before, but or played maybe around the same time, but not you know within the same like team.
Yeah,
Um, I think it's something he's always wanted. I
yeah,
think LeBron's always wanted that. Um, and I think it's huge for the both of them. I think not many people get to do this, and I think it's huge for them.
yeah. I agree. This guy, man, probably has the greatest sports story ever in the history of sports.
Yeah.
I mean, for this guy to come from nowhere, no father figure in his life, came from the hood, um, to be a number one pick in the draft, to save a franchise, by the way.
Hmm.
This guy's incredible, man. I mean, dominated for this long since his son's been born. And here's the deal: people bring up nepotism all the time to about LeBron. He's saying he should be fined. To those that say that, you're just a pure hater. You just don't understand. Because here's the deal, Jaden. Giannis said the same thing about his brothers in 2020 on ESPN to Rachel Nichols at the time and Malika Andrews.
Yeah.
Do you think he should be fined?
Yeah. No.
Exactly. If that was LeBron, all because it's LeBron James.
Hmm.
If this was Jordan, Curry, Giannis, um, Magic, Kareem, Tim Duncan,
Yeah.
they wouldn't do anything about it. But all because it's LeBron.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
that. I mean, this is the greatest story. I don't care how he went to the Lakers. He did it.
Yeah.
He's in the NBA.
Yeah.
He had a
And
cardiac. People say, "Oh, well, he ain't ready for the NBA, Trey." He ain't. He had a cardiac arrest, Jaden.
yeah.
Jaden, you're in the medical field, right? You're
Hmm.
in the medical. You studied it.
Yeah.
And what does a cardiac arrest do to you?
I mean,
Explain.
in
Explain. Explain.
in short terms, your cardiac arrest basically in short terms means you're dead.
Yeah, this dude literally died on the court.
Yeah.
And what? How do you recover from it? Does it take a while for you to recover from it?
I mean, it's
And you
different for
survive it?
everybody, but I mean, just to survive it alone, I mean, there is not a huge survival rate of cardiac arrest, but I mean, he for him to go through that and still make his way to like towards the NBA, I mean, that's a crazy story. I mean, that's a crazy story for anybody. So
I mean,
I
the
just think,
only
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the biggest thing that it comes from is a lot of people think that, and it could be true, it could not be true. I don't know. Um, about how they think that LeBron's the reason that he got drafted to the Lakers. Um, and you know, at the end of the day, my opinion is who cares because
Exactly. Who cares?
because regardless even the thing is if Bronny got drafted to any other team, nobody would say anything.
Oh no, no, that's a fact.
It's just because that he got drafted with LeBron.
I agree. Because here's the deal, Jaden. No matter what, it's always LeBron's fault, according to the media.
Yeah.
But where was this? And people knowing that, people don't want to blame Wembanyama for a bad rookie season when
Mm-mm.
going to playoffs. What I'll never get, it was Cole Pizza 2000. It was I watched this on YouTube the other day.
Yeah.
Skip Bayless said LeBron's this and that. He should have said that he should have been in the playoffs the first few years as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that all that for Wimby? Where's it
Yeah.
at? I don't people hearing that at all. Not only that, but this is LeBron James, Jaden.
Yeah.
LeBron got criticized for doing the in-season tournament. By the way, he got criticized by it big time, by
Mm-hmm.
Skip, by Stephen A, by Sherm, by Keyshawn, by Chris Broussard. Um, the other person I forgot. Emmanuel Archo. The one that person that probably didn't recognize him pretty good was Shannon Sharp, Nick Wright, and Colin Cowherd.
Yeah.
Other than that, they all criticized this dude for not winning the in-season tournament. But it's because it's LeBron James, dude. I never seen so much. This guy has been through so much media pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy's been a lot of pressure on his shoulders for his whole career. And for this to happen with Bronny, who cares, dude?
Yeah.
Giannis should be fine then.
Yeah.
He should be fine. Giannis should be fine for saying that about his brothers. Oh, I want one day. I don't care if it's a Lakers uniform or a Bucks uniform. I want to team up with them. Look what
Yeah.
happened. They're on the same team now.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that same energy, guys, for Giannis too, not just for LeBron.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. I agree.
No, back to Lakers too. LeBron said he feels got a lot in the tank. Jaden, do you agree with that? Yes or no?
Um, I mean, he hasn't proven otherwise that he hasn't.
Yeah, I agree.
So he's still going strong. I mean,
Obviously, there's some slowdown, just due to, I mean, he he's not really slowed down that much.
Yeah,
Um, he he's not. He obviously has to conserve himself a little more the way that he plays, um, just due to just natural like age and things coming and being factors. But um, I don't know. I don't see him slowing down anytime soon.
yeah, I agree. LeBron just came off of 25 points per game, uh, per season, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. I mean, Jordan didn't do that. I love
Mm-hmm.
Jordan. I love MJ. For me, the tie is the GOAT. I love both. I can't pick one. I will never pick one. But LeBron James was done for the NBA.
Yeah,
22 years in the NBA. He was the best pro in the Olympics, by the way. I think he slowed down a little bit. I will admit, I thought he did.
yeah,
But I watched the Olympics again. I don't think he slowed down that much at all. I don't think he
no,
has. I mean, he has a lot in check. Knock on wood, right? He stays healthy, but that's about it.
yeah,
But you know what? This guy can probably play another 5 years if he wants to.
yeah. And I think the biggest thing is he's really taking care of himself. Like
Oh
he
yeah,
really he focuses on his recovery like big time,
yeah.
and I think that's played a big role into him being able to play so long.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
agree.
I mean, he does a lot of conditioning, and um, he's constantly in the gym.
Yeah,
He's he spends so much money on his recovery and on his body. So I think that's a big factor as to
yeah. And not only that, man. If I'm anybody, I would probably do what LeBron's doing as in the NBA right now. Do what he's doing, man. That's longevity.
yeah.
And I saw the stat the other day, Jen. I want you to hear the stat real quick about LeBron James and his record.
Hmm.
Let's see if I can find it. I have it somewhere in my photos. So LeBron James, a player that was about LeBron James in the all-time scorer list. He had to average 35 points per game, play 75 games every season, and play for 15 and a half years.
Wow.
He passed LeBron James in all-time minutes.
Hmm.
A player who will average LeBron in minutes will have to play 36 minutes a game and 90 games every season and play for 20 years in the NBA. I don't care what anybody says. That's never happening ever again.
Yeah.
He's in 40-10-10 club. Never happening again. It never will
Yeah.
happen ever again. LeBron James is and he might be the best all around player ever. Heck, he might be the GOAT, man. He might be.
Hmm.
But for me, the tie still with Jordan. But LeBron, man, keep it up. Keep it up, LeBron.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
agree. I mean, for anyone to, have a career like he did, it's like you said, it it's it's almost impossible for someone to match that.
yeah, I agree.
Um, I'm I'm not gonna say it's impossible because things happen and you know who knows, maybe there is someone out there, maybe there's someone who will go and maybe it's beyond even my time that I see it, but I'm not gonna say that it's impossible, but
Yeah,
I just think that it's gonna be incredibly hard for anybody to do the same thing he did.
yeah, he takes care of his body very well too, man. I
Hmm.
mean, he spends $1 million on his body.
Yeah.
1 million just to be ready for game shape.
Hmm.
I don't think I do. I first of all I saw it slow down last year a little bit,
Yeah.
but nah, man, the Olympics proved me otherwise.
Yeah.
I think he hit second. I think in my opinion, he hit a second prime. I think he did. It's all mine now.
Yeah.
He knows how to do everything now.
Hmm.
But that's about it for our episode, guys. Nick will be back next week, hopefully. Jaden, good talking sports with you guys.
Yeah.
Check out Nothing Prison Bites on Sunday. Kenny will be giving out autograph jerseys for y'all. You never know. We might have him on the show in a few times. A few weeks from now, we'll see what Kenny's schedule. Same with Megan Price and Logan Clark. Um, who are you in the backyard? Comment who are you in the backyard on YouTube. Follow us on. And by the way, if anybody has social media experience, let me know, and we'll get so it can help us promote it more. Till next time, guys.
Yeah.